Real YouTubers have a pyramid scheme. I'm going to tell you about my pyramid scheme. I kind of like the way that one looks, actually. Sorry, I will close Facebook. Oh, wait, I can't close Facebook because then you'll see my Facebook, and that would be bad. Anyway, what's going on, guys? So, first of all, I'm really excited to announce my pyramid scheme. I spent a lot of time thinking about this, and by that I mean a couple minutes, and I think it could really work out well for everyone involved, mostly for me. So, here's the deal. I recently broke 200,000 subscribers, and I'm really happy about that. My goal was to get 100,000 subscribers when I started YouTube, so the fact that I've gotten double that is pretty incredible. However, the next major milestone is, well, probably like 300, 400, 500, 600, 700, 800, 900,000, but the next time I get a plaque is 1 million subscribers. And, you know, I was doing some research, and I found out that 9 in 10 YouTube video viewers, their goal is to get Wolfey Glick, famous YouTubist Wolfey Glick, to 1 million subscribers. So, you know, for the good of the people, and very selflessly, I was thinking, how can I help the viewers accomplish this goal, right? And the conclusion that I came to was my pyramid scheme. So here's the deal. Everyone of my 200,000 subscriber, it's so easy. I can't believe I didn't think of this before. Everyone just has to go out and convince 4 people to sub to the channel. And then 200,000 times 4 is 800,000. 800,000 plus 200,000 is 1 million. It's super easy. So, yeah, I expect to have 1 million subscribers probably by the end of the week, if I had to guess. You might be thinking, okay, like, well, what's the incentive for me to get, 4 other people to subscribe? They don't have to watch the videos. They just have to subscribe. And the answer is very simple. If you successfully get 4 other people to subscribe, you earn the title of schemist. You get to become a schemist. Or a schemer, if you prefer, but I prefer schemist. Yeah, so that's my pyramid scheme. I think it could work pretty well. So yeah, I'll see you guys at 1 million subs in a week. Anyway, today we're talking about how Empoleon and Toxicroak and a couple other Pokemon managed to win the 2009 Pokemon World Championships. So I have watched this match before. However, I have not watched this match for a long time. It's a pretty ridiculous, ridiculous is not the right word, but it's a very cool, I would say, matches from what I recall, specifically because I think there's some weird Pokemon involved. So I remember Yanmega, I remember Moltres, Toxicroak, Shedinja maybe. It's been a long time since I watched this. So, yeah, in 2009, that's 2 years before I started playing competitive VGC, so I can't, like, tell you that much about the metagame. From what I've heard, I know that Japan was very dominant at the time, and both these players are Japanese, so, yeah, things were very different back then. I think in pre-Generation 5, I feel like Generation 5 is when things started to change, in terms of, like, how people played the game in a more uniform way. So that's my impression of how, like, the olden days before I started playing used to work, but I can't tell you for sure because I wasn't there. So, anyway, I just thought it could be cool to watch through the second ever World Championships and just see what occurs. So, yeah, let's go ahead and get started. These are broken up by matches, so it'll be 3 matches. And I'll check to make sure the volume isn't too high. Or, yeah.
Come on, guys, you can seriously do better than that. Are you excited to be here today?
So that voice,
You ready, Trace?
I don't know that voice. I don't know the Trace's voice.
You ready? Here we go. I say Pika.
No, he says Pika. So I guess I'll just say the male voice that you're hearing is Nick McCord. It's hard to describe what Nick meant to, like, us as a community for those who, like, weren't there. Nick was our announcer from, I guess, 2009, maybe even earlier, all the way through, I think 2013 was his last year. He was there for Nationals, he was there for Regionals in 2011 as well. I don't think he was there for 2012 or 2013 Regionals, but he was there for our Nationals and Worlds. And he was just this... It's hard to describe. He was like an essential part of the experience. We have as, like, our kind of main the person who does his role now is Anna, and I think Anna does an amazing job. So we're very lucky that, we've had other people do it as well. Justin Flynn did a good job as well. There's been a couple people who do it over the years, and I feel like that role is always very special, at least to me. And I know that Nick, back in the day, like, the community was much smaller, so yeah, like, he was very, very special to a lot of us in the community. You'll hear him commentate and he'll hear him narrate, and you'll probably be able to see, like, why he was so He is so. It's not like he died or anything. Yeah, but why he's so like beloved by the community. So yeah, the announcer, he just had like the perfect. I feel like the thing was that his voice and his energy were like so infectious. I don't know. We'll see. But anyway, that's who's speaking. I don't know who Trace is, but I'm sure she's great. I'm glad though that now when I go to tournaments we do not do that. So if you're watching this, Anna, please don't do that if I'm playing at least. Also, sorry, you know what? It's one of my videos. It's gonna take a while. Anyway, this is played on Pokemon Battle Revolution. So we see the team of spoilers, the winner. It's Empoleon, Toxicroak, Metagross, Ludicolo, Snorlax, and Salamence. So let's go ahead and watch. I love the mashing.
Are we ready? All right, folks. The trainers are selecting their Pokemon. We'll be starting in just a moment. We're going to start this down in typical VGC fashion. So hang tight. We're going to count together and set this.
So one thing that I do want to touch on, because it's important for the match before we get into it, is that I know in 2010, the way that it worked, and this is wild, so if you didn't know this, prepare to have your mind blown. The way it worked in 2010 is your Pokemon and sets and whatever were all locked before the battle, but you could switch where your items were between the battles. So like, let's say this person had Choice Scarf Salamence game 1, in theory, and if this was 2010, they could switch to Choice Scarf Ludicolo game 2. I don't know if that rule applies here, so we'll have to see if the items move around. Basically, the 6 items you had in your team were locked for the whole tournament, but where you put those items could be changed, so we'll have to see. Coliseum, or Revolution is such a good game. Actually, Revolution is not a great game, but I don't know, I loved it anyway. Yanmega. The music is really good though. Like, this music always like makes me hype. Okay, so it's Yanmega and Zapdos against Empoleon Toxicroak. Definitely advantage to the Zapdos Yanmega player. They have the ability to hit both of the Toxicroak and Empoleon players' Pokemon for super effective. I think the advantage therefore goes to Yanmega Zapdos. I don't really know what Yanmega does here, but we'll see. I also love the in-game announcer. So good. This is super good. It looks like a fake out. Is that? Tell me that's not Blizzard. Look at him run. Pop. Fake out. Oh, it's like hidden power. No taunt. Swagger? Swagger on Mega. Flinch, okay. Okay, Raw Blizzard hits both. Alright, so Fake Out Blizzard seems to be a good turn 1 move. Yanmega looks like a speed boost. I couldn't see what's... Oh, no, okay, there we go, speed boost. And leftover Zapdos, who apparently is pretty bulky. Okay, Toxic switches. It should be Snorlax, I think. Yep. Detect. Good move. Wait, Empoleon, I think, moved before Zapdos. That's kind of strange, isn't it? Oh, critical hit. Big damage on the Zapdos. Whack and Berry, okay. Discharge. Oh, that's interesting. Snowmega gets another speed boost. Zapdos has leftovers. It's interesting, like the moves that they're like the fact that the Empoleon player has gone for Blizzard twice and hit them both through confusion is actually ridiculous. And the fact that, Mega's turn 1 was Swagger is also ridiculous. But the Wackenberry Empoleon's good, I think. Like, yeah. Interesting that Empoleon chooses to switch out there. I like that, though, because, like, it's confused and, like, you don't want... you already got really lucky this game, so... yeah. Salamence... the way that they were playing this, I felt like they wanted to conserve their Salamence for, like, a late game. But, yeah, they choose to conserve Empoleon instead. Intimidate. Zapdos switches as well. Okay. Why is Empoleon faster than Zapdos? Rhyperior. Oh, I didn't know Rhyperior was on this team. Looks like Bug Baz. There's a lot of damage to Snorlax. Life Orb. Okay. Snorlax is using something. I think maybe Body Slam. Okay, Mega goes down. So, like, in this position, Snorlax seems like a real problem. But Rhyperior is a good Pokemon to have. Although, maybe that's why the Empoleon player switched out. Because Empoleon, you kind of need to beat Rhyperior. Like, Toxicroak, Salamence, and Snorlax probably can't do it. Depends on the Salamance's moves, but yeah. But going up Pokemon now is pretty nice. There's also no timer, by the way, which is kind of relevant. Snorlax goes for Protect. Yep. I wonder if what Mence is doing. Looks like Heat Wave? KO Zapdos. It's either Rock Slide or Stone Edge. Rock Slide? Citrus Berry? Yeah, Rock Slide. Okay. Citrus Berry Salamence with Heat Wave is kind of cool, not gonna lie. Moltres. Okay, Protection Salamence. I think it's funny because Empoleon with Ice and Water hit all 4 of these Pokemon for super effective damage. So, which is just ridiculous. Boom! Okay, so this is Generation 4, and I have a very fun mechanic for you. That's Self-Destruct Snorlax. That was probably Air Slash from Moltres. So, something that they fixed, thank goodness. Back in the day, Self-Destruct Explosion had this really fun mechanic where before they would do damage, they would have anything that was hit by its defense stat. So basically, it was always super effective damage, or like in Rhyperior's case here, it would be like neutral damage, and Moltres would be super effective. So even though, like, so this is, I would expect this to do a ton more damage than we would expect normally. Like, this isn't Choice Band Snorlax, so like we wouldn't even expect it to KO Moltres in this position. However, like in current metagame, however, it OHKOs Moltres. Sash? Focus Sash Moltres. Self-destructing Explosion were like incredible. That wasn't even Explosion. If that was Explosion, it would have KO'd Rhyperior, I think. I didn't see exactly how much it did, but yeah, that's kind of ridiculous. How much health do they have left? Yeah, it did 60% to Rhyperior with resisted self-destruct. Think about that. Like, it's actually one of the most broken things I've ever seen in my life. Like, I think Smeargle would run Explosion because it would do damage somehow, which is just unthinkable. Fake out. Oh, Moltres goes down. Big hit. Let's Draco Meteor. Cool. Cool. So game 1 goes to the Empoleon player. Pretty cool. I mean, I think what happened that game... Oops. Like, what happened that game, I think, was just Empoleon... Like, that could have gone very differently. Empoleon hit a bunch of Blizzards, which kind of made a big deal in the match. Like, Yanmega went down without really doing much, and then, yeah, like, Self-Destruct Snorlax did a lot of damage as well. Mence actually ended up being pretty good just because of the speed. Interesting things to note, Yanmega has Swagger and Life Orb. Zapdos has Leftovers and Detect and is slower than Empoleon. Empoleon had the Wackenberry, Salamence and Citrus Berry. Snorlax, I don't remember. I think it might have had Leftovers, but I'm not positive. I think Leftovers were kind of used this year, but I'm not sure. Zapdos, same leads. Which is interesting to me, at least. Okay, Yanmega's out immediately. I wonder who. Ah, Shedinja. I love the Battle Revolution commentator. Wait, are Zapdos and Empoleon speed tying? Why did Zapdos move first that time? I think they're speed tying. I actually think they're speed tying. Just nothing. It's not Blizzard. It's Icy Wind. Oh, that makes so much more sense. Oh my god, I'm so stupid. It's Icy Wind. Oh, okay. I was so worried that they were just going for Blizzard every turn. Oh my goodness. I'm so sorry. Well, I'm glad we got there in the end. I'm sorry. It's in Japanese. Ah, no excuses. Discharge. Okay, Empoleon didn't eat the Wackenberry, which to me says that they can switch items. You see that? Para. Lum! Wait, Zapdos is still alive? Sucker Punch, I think. Yep. Bop. Shadow Sneak. Okay, so the Shedinja player is down a Pokemon. However, like, Toxicroak has a good chunk of damage on it, and the Focus Sash is still in play. Oh wait, they don't. Wait, they might not have the Focus Sash because they switched items. That's an insane mechanic. Maybe I'll hold like a tournament or something, or like I'll have like a show match where you can switch items between matches, because I'd be interested to see how that affects other things like this generation. Like if we still had that, I think it'd probably do more harm than good personally, but it's very interesting. Anyway, the Shedinja player is down but not out. We only know for a fact that 2 of these Pokemon can hit. Probably Snorlax. Snorlax might have a move to hit Shedinja, though it might not as well. We'll see. I bet it's Hidden Power Ice Yanmega. Men switches. I like that you need to preserve something for Shedinja in the end game, so like, yeah. It's Empoleon. That's Hidden Power. Good. That's a good call to switch out. Oh, Taunt. Ooh. Sunny Day Shedinja. They avoided Sucker Punch, and they did damage to Dry Skin Toxicroak, and they weakened Empoleon's water moves. That's so smart. That's actually so smart. Wait, that was such a good play. Mence comes back in, another Intimidate. No way. That was such a good play. That probably won them the match. Hidden Power Ice into the Toxicroak. I mean, it was safe because, like, you were going to KO Toxicroak anyway, and you probably, because of the sun, weren't going to go down to Empoleon, but even still, that was a really smart play. Because now all you have left is Toxicroak. Hydro Pump, but it's in the sun? I think it's Hydro Pump and not Ice Beam. Yeah, that's Hydro Pump. We can see that Snorlax has, it looks like Earthquake and 2 normal moves. We know it has, I think, Body Slam. We know it has Protect. We know it has Self-Destruct. I think the last one looked like Earthquake to me there. Yeah. So that means that it's only Toxicroak who is left who can beat Shedinja. Ooh, interesting. Bug Baz. I'm surprised that they aren't targeting the, I'm surprised they aren't targeting the Empoleon, but what do I know? X-Scissor? This is -2. It doesn't do anything. Oh, Return. Okay, not Body Slam. This is honestly really enjoyable. I hope you guys are enjoying this because I'm having a blast. Like, I think this is super, super fun. This is a good Pokemon too. Like, even though the Pokemon they're using are unorthodox, it's still really good Pokemon. If it's Moltres, I'm going to lose my mind. Okay. Hydro Pump hits. It's a lot of damage. Oh, but it's fast. Or it's faster than Rhyperior. Okay, so now it's 1 versus 3, but the one happens to be Shedinja. Which is kind of funny. Oh, it's gonna be Surf, I think. That's so smart. That was so smart. The sun fades? Wait, how did I lose this? They should never lose this, unless Shadow Sneak critical hits this turn. Wait, oh, did I speak too soon? No way. No way. Ah! Okay, so the Empoleon player 100% should have won this. Basically, they put themselves in a... They really played well. They had Surf Empoleon, which allowed them to heal their Toxicroak, which they wouldn't have been able to do otherwise, putting it out of Shadow Sneak range, and they also intimidated Shedinja twice. However, they then got crit on Shadow Sneak. They would not have lost that if that hadn't crit, because they would have been able to heal up, and then, like, they taunted, which was the safer move, and then, yeah, they could have just Sucker Punched forever. Also, there's no timer, so they can't take them to timer. Like, there, you can see there's move timer, I think, but not game timer. So, yeah, like, Shedinja always wins here. I know this is over, but we're gonna watch it anyway, out of respect, okay? I hope they go for self-destruct. No. Okay, it's actually not 100% over, technically, because of PP stall. Like, because Shedinja's not doing any damage, and Snorlax is recovering health, so, like, you could, in theory, win on PP. Because one struggle and you win. They go for the double. Fails. They go for the double. Fails. It was 50% too, that's funny. Wait, is it? Oh, it's not leftovers, I'm sorry. Never mind, it's not leftovers, so they can't win. That's kaboom. They attack their own Pokemon. Oh. Was that Custap Berry? I respect it. I'm pretty sure that's Custap Berry self-destruct Snorlax, just for the record. One more turn. I appreciate that they didn't forfeit. Alright, so game 2, let's do a little recap. Shedinja wins a 1 versus 3. However, Shedinja should have lost. It had literally one turn to crit, and it gets it. However, even though like the Shedinja player like played really well with Sunny Day, they didn't like account for Surf and Empoleon. And Surf and Empoleon, like with the Empoleon player saving Toxicroak and then having Surf to heal it back up. Because initially when Toxicroak took all that damage without breaking the Focus Sash, and when Salamence went down to the surprise Hidden Power Ice prediction, I thought that the game was pretty much over for the Shedinja player, because you could always just like, you just had to win one of two 50-50s. Like, if they taunt you and you Shadow Sneak, then you win. And if they Sucker Punch and you Sunny Day, then you win. Or if you can always Shadow Sneak first and then make a call in the second turn as well. Like, you just have to get, like, basically, assuming it's a true 50-50, you had a 1 in 4 chance to lose and a 3 in 4 to win. However, what I didn't account for was Surf. Surf changes things quite a bit, because it allowed Toxicroak to heal up. Surf, Hydro Pump, Icy Wind, Protect Empoleon is actually kind of nice, I'm not going to lie, with Toxicroak. So, yeah, for that reason, like, Toxicroak was healed out of range of Shadow Sneak, and so that way you could always just Surf, Taunt, and then Sucker Punch, and win the game, for sure. However, like I said, yeah, they got crit in the one turn where they couldn't afford to get crit, so, yeah. I'll go to the next one. Okay, game 3.
Here we go. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, let's go!
Okay, Moltres this time. I honestly really appreciate the Moltres lead. You led Zapdos twice, and both times Toxicroak was the opponent's lead. Or Toxicroak and Empoleon were the leads both times, so I feel like you can maybe predict that and you know, lead a Pokemon that's favorable. I like that Moltres came again. I felt like I said, if Moltres was in the back the last game, I think they would have won. Moltres plus Sunny Day Shedinja is actually kind of heat, not gonna lie. Like, the funny thing with Sunny Day Shedinja on this team to me is that it benefits both Moltres and Rhyperior by weakening water moves for them and powering up Moltres' fire move, so yeah, I don't know. I think if you're trying to just, like, deal with Toxicroak and Salamence and then win with Shedinja, this is a pretty good lead. Because you'll let 2 flying types, well, 2, like...
Once again, folks, the winner of this battle.
You let 2 Pokemon that can deal with Toxicroak easier. Like, Zapdos is just discharging. This is a hard choice if you're the Empoleon player, because, like, you can make the safest move, which is Icy Wind. You can make the second safest move, which is Surf, which probably won't KO, but will do some damage to both Pokemon. Or you could go for Hydro Pump, which maybe has a chance to KO the Moltres. Surf is their choice. Okay. I like it. No protects. Ooh. Air slash. Focus sash, okay. As we've learned though, like, having Toxicroak alive even with low HP is still really good for Toxicroak because it's needed to beat Shedinja later, and yeah, you can always heal it back up if you keep Empoleon around, and Empoleon is going to do like probably a 2 KO on both these Pokemon. What? Wait, was that not a crit? It just does that much? That's insane. What? Okay, Leon Mega staying in though. Yeah, Sucker Punch is really nice to KO both of those Pokemon. Okay. Yeah, I mean, you already got the Hidden Power game too, so you probably aren't going to get it again. But I respect that they went for it. But this is probably going to be the Endy on Mega. Icy Wind, good move, good move. Because it would have KO'd both anyway, and it covered switches. There's a lot to Zapdos. So now the Shedinja player is down to Pokemon, and Moltres is really low as well. And Empoleon and Snorlax are so bulky that like it's going to be really hard to break. Like, we've already seen both Rhyperior and Shedinja on this team. I don't remember what the last Pokemon is, but like we already saw that both Pokemon outspeed Rhyperior. So you'd probably need like Discharge Para and then them not like and then be able to outspeed with Protect Rhyperior. It's looking rough, I'm not gonna lie. Speed falls. Leftovers. Also, like, the fact of the matter is that Snorlax at any point can go boom, and if it calls it correctly, it will end the game insta. I feel like maybe... No, never mind. That's so risky. Flamethrower. A lot of damage. Surf, KOing Moltres. Okay. Toxicroak heals again. I really like that move. They knew that Toxicroak... They, like, basically predicted the Moltres to attack into the Empoleon. Probably a double up into the Empoleon. And so they figured they could get Toxicroak in for free and get some health back on it. Is it Discharge or Thunderbolt? Discharge. Ooh, risky. Toxicroak just barely hangs on, but it's paralyzed. Wait, that's big, because if Shadow Sneak Shedinja's in the back, you can beat this thing with Shadow Sneak now. Ah, but Salamon's still in the back as well. I like it. Mence? Is it Shedinja? Oh, it's not! Okay. It's Rhyperior. So that was a good move regardless, because you get Intimidate either on Rhyperior or you get Menton against Shedinja. Empoleon's so good here, actually. Holy cow. Because it's faster than Zapdos. Oh, Empoleon's gone. I'm sorry. Protect. Rock Slide, probably? No, protect from both. Para. Most likely that was... Oh, it's over. Oh my god. Kaboom! Boom. Boom. No boom? Boom. Discharge. Disquake. Just rock slide. They needed that para. If boom goes off, this game is over. I don't know what move that was. Earth. I think that was a rock slide miss. Okay, if boom goes off there, the game is over. But now it continues because of the full para, which is very unfortunate for the Snorlax player. It's unfortunate because, number one, Snorlax was faster than Rhyperior, and number two, the game would have ended. Now this is actually doable for both players. Because if you boom wrong, you probably lose. So, like, but if you are the top player, you don't want to go for double protect again and call it wrong, because then the situation's the same and they can just attack the next turn. Hydro Pump. Oh, that changes things. Draco Meteor. And Rhyperior. Discharge. We haven't seen the Lumberry yet. Maybe it's on Salamence this game. It's paralyzed? Oh, it's not on Salamence. Is this Rock Slide? Oh no. Citrus Berry. Oh, gets the attack off. Oh. That was very fortunate. If Snorlax flinches there, I think the Rhyperior player wins. That was very fortunate. Back against the wall. The double Intimidate is helping out a lot in Rhyperior, by the way. Like, it's actually being really clutch. Oh, Snorlax might still have Custap Berry. Just kind of relevant. Oh, Rhyperior is faster than... Wait. Oh, it's 1/4 this generation, right? Draco Meteor comes out. Rhyperior goes down. Okay, so that was very close. To be fair, like, this... Like, they probably should have won in 2, the Empoleon player, but... Yeah, obviously they got crit, so I feel like, yeah, they definitely deserve to win this one. But that was a great set. I think my favorite thing about watching these old sets is, like, you can really tell what the players were thinking in terms of, like, how they built their teams. Because there's a lot of synergy between the Pokemon. Like, you have Specially Defensive Snorlax paired with Intimidate Salamence with the Citrus Berry because it wants to hang around. You got this really nice Surf and Empoleon combination that you wouldn't have had otherwise. You have, what else? You have Surf and Empoleon. You have, like, yeah, Sunny Days, Shedinja with Moltres and Rhyperior, both benefiting from Sun. You have Disquake and Rock Slide, Discharge with an immunity, with actually 2 immunities on the team in Rhyperior and Shedinja, allowing you to hit the partners. Yeah, overall, I think it's really cool to see what these players, like, built. We'll watch the actual, like, faint animation. I wonder if there's, like, an interview or something. Looks like there is. Aw. He's happy. Okay. Cool. Cool, so that's the story of how Empoleon won the World Championships in 2009. You can see it's very different than VGC nowadays, but it's still an important part of our history. And it's good Pokemon as well, and I don't know, I think the teams are really cool, and it's a fun set. So, I don't know, I'm sure people didn't expect to see Moltres almost win the World Championships, nor Empoleon and Toxicroak to win the World Championships. They put in work, too, not gonna lie. Empoleon was probably the MVP this set. So, yeah. Anyway, I think that's all I want to say. I don't need to, like, drag this on. Don't forget about the pyramid scheme. Any schemers in chat. And I'll see you next time with the next video, which is tomorrow. Goodbye.